Are you or someone you love tossing and turning night after night? There's a revolutionary truth most seniors don't realize, a simple evening habit that could transform your sleep back to the deep, refreshing rest you enjoyed in your youth. Thousands of older adults are unknowingly sabotaging their sleep every single night. And the worst part? It's something so common that most doctors don't even think to mention it. This isn't about expensive sleep aids or complicated routines. It's a specific evening ritual silently rebuilding your natural sleep patterns. Welcome to Senior Health HQ. Today, we're uncovering the mystery behind age-related sleep disruption, the hidden epidemic robbing millions of seniors of the rest they desperately need. You might be taking supplements and avoiding caffeine, yet still find yourself staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., waking up exhausted or feeling foggy and irritable throughout the day. If that sounds familiar, listen carefully, because what's happening isn't just normal aging. After reviewing hundreds of sleep studies, we've identified a remarkably simple evening habit that's restoring youthful sleep in seniors nationwide. The evidence is clear and consistent across multiple scientific studies, yet most people have absolutely no idea how powerful this approach really is. What we're sharing today could literally be the difference between suffering through years of fragmented, unsatisfying sleep or rediscovering the deep, restorative rest you enjoyed decades ago. We've connected with countless seniors who've revolutionized their sleep simply by adopting this one habit. Their testimonials are extraordinary, falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking with an energy level they hadn't experienced since their 40s. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal exactly what this sleep-transforming habit is, why it works so effectively for older adults, and most importantly, how to implement it starting tonight. This isn't about selling you supplements or expensive gadgets. It's about sharing vital information that every senior deserves to know. So if reclaiming your sleep and revitalizing your health matters to you, stay with us until the end. Now, before we reveal that evening habit you need to adopt, let's understand exactly what happens to our sleep as we age. How aging steals your sleep. Sleep disruption is the silent thief that gradually robs you of rest quality, sleep continuity, and essential regenerative cycles as you age. But here's the critical insight. It's not just about feeling tired the next day. This goes dramatically deeper than occasional fatigue. Most people take sleep for granted in their younger years. We expect to fall asleep within minutes, stay asleep through the night, and wake naturally feeling energized. But for many seniors, these basic sleep functions become increasingly elusive challenges. Let's put this in perspective with some eye-opening facts. Starting around age 45, yes, just 45 years old, most people begin experiencing significant disruptions in sleep architecture and continuity. After age 60, deep sleep, the most restorative phase, decreases by up to 70 to 80% compared to young adulthood. Nighttime awakenings increase from 2 to 3 per night to potentially 15 to 20 brief arousals hourly. REM sleep, crucial for memory and emotional processing, can decline by up to 35% in later years. Think about that for a moment. Imagine losing most of your deep, restorative sleep and having your night fragmented by dozens of micro-awakenings. Night after night of disrupted sleep cycles, difficulty falling asleep, and premature morning awakening. And the worst part? Most people simply accept this as unavoidable. Sleep disruption isn't some uncommon condition affecting just a few unlucky seniors. The statistics are staggering. Affects approximately 50 to 70% of adults over 65. More than 40% of seniors report chronic insomnia symptoms. Studies show up to 60% of older adults in the U.S. experience significant sleep disturbances, responsible for an estimated $63 billion in healthcare costs and productivity losses annually. That's right, well over half of all seniors are struggling with profound sleep issues. This isn't a minor inconvenience, it's a silent epidemic affecting millions nationwide. But poor sleep quality isn't actually inevitable. This point needs to be absolutely clear. While some sleep changes accompany normal aging, the severe sleep disturbances that devastate your energy, mood, and health can largely be prevented or significantly improved. The daylight domino effect, how sleep problems cascade through your life. The consequences of disrupted sleep cascade through every dimension of a senior's life. Let's examine what actually happens when quality sleep vanishes. 1. Brain fog and memory issues. Difficulty concentrating, forgetfulness, and increased cognitive decline risk. 2. Emotional roller coaster, irritability, depression, anxiety, and mood swings become common. 3. Physical deterioration, decreased healing, increased inflammation, and weakened immune function. 4. Metabolic mayhem, hormonal imbalances triggering increased appetite, weight gain, and diabetes risk. 5. Energy depletion, persistent fatigue, and dramatically reduced stamina throughout your day. 6. Pain amplification, heightened sensitivity to discomfort and reduced pain tolerance. These physical changes don't occur in isolation. They trigger a domino effect that impacts your entire quality of life, like 1. Healthcare complications, more medications, doctor visits, and potential hospitalizations. 2. Social withdrawal, fatigue leads to declining social engagement and increasing isolation. 3. Independence threats, reduced energy limits daily activities and self-care capabilities. 4. Relationship tension, sleep disturbances affect partners and caregivers, causing strain. 5. Financial burden, healthcare costs for seniors with sleep problems increase dramatically. 6. Safety concerns, daytime drowsiness significantly increases accident and fall risk. The true tragedy is watching vibrant seniors gradually withdraw from activities and relationships they once cherished. When your body can't get the restorative sleep needed to repair and rejuvenate, life progressively loses its joy and vitality. Here's something that might surprise you. Age-related sleep disruption isn't actually prioritized in many healthcare settings. It's frequently dismissed as simply part of getting older. Because of this, many physicians don't thoroughly evaluate sleep complaints. Prevention strategies rarely enter the conversation during checkups. Treatment often defaults to medication rather than addressing root causes. Early intervention possibilities are missed until problems become severe. This medical oversight is gradually improving as research advances, but we're still not where we need to be. That's why proactive, evidence-based information is so essential. The midnight warning signs. Is sleep disruption affecting you? Don't wait for a doctor to identify your sleep problems. Be vigilant about these common warning signs. 1. Morning exhaustion, waking feeling unrefreshed despite adequate time in bed. 2. Sleep initiation struggles, taking more than 30 minutes to fall asleep. 3. Nighttime interruptions, frequent awakenings throughout the night. 4. Early termination, consistently waking earlier than desired, unable to return to sleep. 5. Daytime drowsiness, fighting sleepiness or needing naps during waking hours. 6. Mental cloudiness, increasing forgetfulness or difficulty maintaining focus. 7. Emotional volatility, unusual irritability or emotional reactions. If you're experiencing several of these signs, disrupted sleep may already be significantly impacting your quality of life. To understand how to reclaim your sleep, we must understand what's actually occurring at the biological level. Circadian dysregulation. Your internal body clock becomes less synchronized with day-night cycles. Melatonin reduction. Production of your primary sleep hormone naturally diminishes with age. Cortisol imbalance. Stress hormone patterns shift, disrupting normal sleep-wake signals. Brain architecture changes. The neural patterns driving sleep stages alter with advancing age. Physical discomfort. Pain, medication effects, and health conditions interfere with rest. Environmental sensitivity. Increased reactivity to light, noise, and temperature fluctuations. Understanding these mechanisms reveals why certain habits can dramatically restore sleep quality. And that brings us to the most important part of today's video. But don't lose hope. The remarkable truth about your sleep system is its resilience. Research confirms that even in your 80s and 90s, sleep patterns can respond dramatically to the right interventions. People well into their 90s have reclaimed significant sleep quality through proper approaches. However, before we can rebuild your sleep, we need to identify what truly makes a difference. And that brings us to that evening habit mentioned earlier, the one silently capable of transforming sleep quality for seniors everywhere. Now that we understand age-related sleep disruption and its profound effects, let's talk about the one evening habit that can revolutionize your sleep quality. And the best part is, you can implement it tonight. What's the habit, you ask? It's remarkably simple, yet scientifically powerful, a strategic digital sunset routine. Yes, you heard that right. Creating a deliberate 60-minute transition away from screens and artificial light before bedtime. I know it sounds basic, but research consistently demonstrates this simple evening protocol can dramatically restore natural sleep patterns in seniors. Now, I'm not talking about giving up your favorite TV shows or disconnecting completely from technology. We all enjoy our digital connections. But the carefully timed reduction of artificial light exposure creates a powerful sleep-inducing effect that can transform your nights. Let's break this down a little. When you implement a digital sunset routine, you're giving your brain two critical signals. First, the gradual reduction in blue light exposure allows your pineal gland to naturally increase melatonin production, your body's primary sleep hormone that artificial light dramatically suppresses. Second, the transition activities help activate your parasympathetic nervous system, your body's rest and digest mode. This isn't just theory. Studies show that reducing artificial light exposure 60 minutes before bed directly improves sleep onset, duration, and quality. This is especially critical for older adults whose melatonin production is already diminished through the aging process. Now, this might seem too simple to be effective when you're struggling with serious sleep issues. But when you're implementing it consistently, evening after evening, that's when the transformational benefits accumulate. And remember, we're not talking about a rare exception here. We're talking about millions of seniors who could reclaim their sleep with this one evidence-based routine. Why the digital sunset works so powerfully? We can attribute this to several key biological mechanisms. First, when we reduce artificial light, there's a natural melatonin surge that triggers your sleep cascade. And when this hormone flow is properly timed, your sleep architecture, the pattern and progression of sleep cycles, becomes dramatically more organized and efficient. But the real magic happens because the digital sunset simultaneously calms your nervous system while allowing your natural sleep hormones to flow. In fact, implementing a digital sunset has been linked to increased deep sleep duration during the night, which helps you maintain sleep continuity and wake feeling genuinely refreshed. Over time, this leads to improved sleep quality at a level many seniors haven't experienced in decades. I get it, you're probably thinking, but I've tried sleeping pills, sound machines, and new mattresses. And those might provide some relief. But here's the critical insight. None of those approaches address the fundamental hormonal and nervous system disruption that artificial light causes. Research shows that restoring your body's natural light-triggered sleep cascade provides benefits that supplements and medications simply cannot match. Why? Because pharmaceuticals and gadgets don't fix the underlying biological signaling system that governs sleep. The digital sunset works with your body's evolved physiology rather than attempting to force sleep through artificial means. It's restoring natural processes rather than masking symptoms. The research results are remarkable. You might not think a simple light management routine would make much difference, but let me share some compelling statistics. A landmark study from the Harvard Medical School Sleep Laboratory found that seniors who implemented a structured digital sunset protocol experienced up to a 300% improvement in sleep onset latency, falling asleep faster, and reported morning refreshment scores nearly doubled within just 2 weeks. It gets even more impressive. According to research published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, older adults who followed a consistent digital sunset routine showed an average increase of 42 minutes in total sleep time and a 58% reduction in nighttime awakenings after just 21 days. We're talking about a simple habit that not only helps you fall asleep faster but keeps you asleep longer and improves sleep quality throughout the night. You may be wondering, why isn't this simple solution more widely known? Simple, pharmaceutical sleep aids represent a multi-billion-dollar industry with massive marketing budgets. Meanwhile, this natural, free approach doesn't have corporate sponsorship or advertising campaigns promoting it. It's almost as though the most effective solutions are sometimes the easiest to overlook. For many seniors, evening routines revolve around television, tablets, and phones, devices that emit precise wavelengths of light specifically disruptive to sleep hormones. If you're accustomed to these technologies as relaxation tools, changing habits might seem challenging at first. But here's the critical insight. By maintaining evening screen exposure, you're actively working against your body's natural sleep mechanisms. Now, this leads us to the most important part of today's discussion. How can you implement your digital sunset routine? How do you start using this approach to transform your sleep tonight? But before we dive into practical implementation, let me quickly summarize what we've covered so far. Age-related sleep disruption is widespread, affecting most seniors to some degree. A strategic digital sunset routine is one of the most effective tools for restoring natural sleep. Even if you've tried other sleep remedies, this approach works differently by restoring your body's natural sleep hormone cascade. So let's get practical. Now that we understand the profound impact of artificial light on sleep quality and how a digital sunset routine can transform your nights, it's time to take action. The good news? You can start tonight and begin experiencing better sleep with a few straightforward steps. Let's explore what you can do right now to reclaim the deep, refreshing sleep you enjoyed decades ago. 1. Set your sunset time. Timing matters. First and foremost, the timing of your digital sunset is crucial. I'm not suggesting you sit in darkness for hours. It's about creating a strategic transition window that signals your brain to prepare for sleep. The optimal window. For maximum benefit, begin your digital sunset 60 to 90 minutes before your intended bedtime. This timing allows your body to naturally increase melatonin production while still giving you plenty of evening time for entertainment and connection. Be consistent. Try to initiate your sunset routine at approximately the same time each evening to help stabilize your circadian rhythm. This consistency reinforces the biological signals your brain needs to recognize. Start gradually. If completely eliminating screens for an hour seems challenging, start with just 30 minutes if you're new to this approach. Studies show that even this shorter duration provides significant benefits for sleep quality. Whether you're extremely tech-connected or just watch occasional television, creating any deliberate screen-free transition makes a meaningful difference in sleep quality. 2. Create your transition zone. Environment is everything. The best way to maximize benefits is by carefully managing your light environment. Don't be intimidated. This doesn't mean investing in expensive equipment or complicated systems. There are plenty of simple adjustments you can make in your existing home. Here are a few easy modifications that dramatically enhance effectiveness. 1. Dim overhead lights. Reduce ambient lighting by 50% during your sunset period using lamps instead of ceiling fixtures. 2. Use warm spectrum bulbs. Replace cool white bulbs with amber or warm bulbs in evening spaces. 3. Wear blue light blocking glasses. If you must use screens, these inexpensive glasses filter the most disruptive light wavelengths. 4. Enable night mode. Activate the built-in screen warming features on necessary devices. Don't worry if implementing all of these seems overwhelming. Start with what's manageable. Even 1 or 2 of these suggestions will help improve your results significantly. 3. Replace digital activities with sleep-promoting alternatives. You know how powerful habits can be, and replacing screen time with specific alternative activities makes all the difference. To maximize benefits, there are several evidence-based options that actively promote sleep preparation rather than just avoiding screens. Relaxation activities. 1. Gentle stretching. A few simple stretches help release physical tension accumulated during the day. 2. Reading physical books. Traditional reading is both mentally engaging and naturally sleep-inducing. 3. Light organization tasks. Preparing tomorrow's outfit or tidying a small area provides closure to the day. 4. Warm beverage ritual. Herbal tea or warm milk creates a powerful sleep association. If establishing new habits seems challenging, you can start with just one replacement activity you genuinely enjoy. The goal is consistent light management and parasympathetic activation, not perfection. 4. Make it a social experience. We often overlook the communal aspect of pre-sleep routines, but sharing your digital sunset with a partner, family member, or friend can dramatically increase both enjoyment and effectiveness. During shared sunset routines, our brains release calming neurochemicals that further promote relaxation and better sleep. Social benefits. 1. Accountability increases consistency when someone shares the routine. 2. Conversation provides cognitive engagement without screen stimulation. 3. Connection deepens relationships through quality interaction. 4. Positive associations form around bedtime preparation instead of resistance. If implementing with others isn't possible, consider a brief evening phone call with someone who supports your sleep goals. You'll still get interpersonal connection while maintaining your digital sunset routine. 5. Enhance sleep benefits with complementary practices. It's not just about avoiding screens. What you actively do during your sunset period matters significantly for sleep quality. Specific activities during this transition amplify the sleep benefits and prepare your body for deep, restorative rest. Amplifying activities. 1. Gentle breathing exercises. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing reduces stress hormones that interfere with sleep. 2. Light journaling. Writing down tomorrow's priorities transfers them from mind to paper, reducing mental chatter. 3. Aromatic associations. Lavender, chamomile, or cedarwood scents create powerful sleep onset triggers. 4. Gentle self-massage. Targeting tension points in neck, shoulders, or feet signals relaxation. 6. Adapt for modern life and special circumstances. It's important to acknowledge that flexibility is essential, even when building consistent habits. Special occasions, travel, or other disruptions will occur. Having adaptation strategies ensures you don't abandon your sleep routine entirely when circumstances change. Practical adaptations. 1. Minimum effective dose. Even 15 minutes is better than nothing when time is limited. 2. Travel preparation. Pack blue blocking glasses and a small book light for hotel stays. 3. Social event strategy. If late-night gatherings occur, emphasize the transition process once home. For emergency bypass, identify truly necessary screen usage versus optional consumption. 7. Consider professional support. If you're struggling with implementation or have complex sleep issues, don't hesitate to seek professional guidance. A sleep specialist or your primary care provider can help tailor this approach to your specific circumstances. They can also help address underlying sleep disorders that might require additional treatment. To sum it all up, age-related sleep disruption is a significant challenge, but it doesn't have to define your nights. By implementing a strategic digital sunset routine, you can dramatically improve or even restore youthful sleep patterns. Remember, it's never too late to start, and perfection isn't required. Every consistent effort helps, and each day brings you closer to the restorative sleep you remember from your younger years. So as evening approaches tonight, ask yourself, am I giving my brain the light signals it needs for quality sleep? Begin your digital sunset, embrace the transition, and prepare for the best sleep you've had in years. You've got this. Now that you have the knowledge to fight age-related sleep disruption, it's time to put it into action. Don't wait until you're exhausted or dependent on sleep medications. Start tonight. Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about making small, sustainable changes that lead to profound improvements in your sleep quality and overall health. If you found this video helpful, please share it with friends, family, and loved ones. We all need to be more aware of natural sleep solutions and the steps we can take to restore healthy sleep. Let's start a conversation. Comment below with your experience trying the digital sunset routine or what steps you're taking to improve your sleep quality. And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Health HQ for more valuable tips and insights on how to live your best, healthiest life as you age. Together, we can take control of our health and enjoy the deep, refreshing sleep we deserve for years to come. This video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered medical advice. Always consult with your healthcare provider or a qualified medical professional before making any significant changes to your sleep routine or health regimen. Your doctor will be able to guide you based on your personal health needs and conditions.